What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Justin Sims official podcast. We've been away for a while, but now we're back. And tomorrow night, we're going to put out episode 5 of the podcast. So, either way you want to put it, it's like different mods, but they repeat somewhere. Cause whenever sometimes things doesn't go the way they're planned to go, it's because, some of them people would probably think that it's like the same thing, when people does it and they'll put it out just somehow they'll regret it. But for anyways, that's the mod of how they do it and why they're doing it. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Ever since we've been away, I can't tell how long, but we've been away for pretty much quite time because I've been working on some new things, been putting some new projects together, working on, the new stuff for the fans and for family, they're doing this, and I don't know if they'll get it or not, because how would they know that when I put out music, it just hits? But whenever I do it and it's somehow either for months, days, or even months without talking or writing music or anything, because how would I know that when I write the stuff it potentially has over things whatever, how much I put into work? I've literally put music out just for the fans to listen to. Because how much of them people will probably know that when they look at themselves, they'll think it. And I'm so tired I can't stay awake. But how would they even know that they'll intentionally have songs or music to do with anything? I mean, the truth is, it's just like wearing yourself out. Next thing you know, you put out a song and it goes viral, right? But the truth is about my music is that when I write it, I try to make it look all perfect and real, because some of them times are like facing, and they'll think it, because the truth is, it's like they'll never even guess it, like it was there, or they'll never even act like they existed, because some of them actually think that that is their worst distraction, and when it keeps on coming to the worst, like, it's like they'll never even guess it. Alright? Then, like, the truth is, it just comes out worse and worse and worse. They'll probably get it, because when I write, I just try to do it my way, the way that I want to do it and stuff. And like, those people will guess it. And it's like, how will they even know that this music's theirs or his or whoever? I'm like, the worst thing about being away from a podcast, like 3 months or 4 months, because I'm just that type of person, man. Like, releasing podcasts is music and like other stuff, man. Like, I try to make the music the best, and I try to make them for the fans, because like, some of those people really guesses it, and like, I'm like standing like right in line behind the lyrics and stuff, and like, it's intentionally the worst things that's ever, for me. And like, I just like sit around and like try to find like natural causes. Like, it's like I can't think of, doing the podcast and like having to do with the person or deal with myself, because I want to be that person, when they look at me, they'll guess it. And like, the next thing later, I'll be the next person to put out songs. And like, to be, thankfully, I'm still doing podcasts and other stuff. Like, I'm working, man. Like, that's all I ever do is work. And like, it's all natural. From now to then. But the worst part is I'm having the truth. I'm dealing with some things they'll never even guess it. Like, how much am I wasting to be more and more truth? Like, it's like natural things. Like, whenever I like look at some things, I'll do it. I'll write it. I'll even put it out myself if I have to. I'm literally working, man. Like, people ask me what I'm doing. Working. That's all I ever do. To write podcasts, to write music. But I'm trying to find the good deal to be writing over some people who does more. But I'm like, that person could be the truth. And again, I'm sorry for the yawning. I've haven't getting no sleep at all because I've been working on the podcast. I've been working on songs. I've just been working, man. Like, trying to have some me time to myself, but telling myself it's time to get back to it because these fans are missing you. And some of these people are like, always like saying, hey, why are you always making a podcast just short instead to like 40, 50 to an hour? Well, to answer your question, like, I do podcasts around nighttime or when I'm like by myself. I literally can't stand my own truth to writing songs, writing music, to down. And though the question to be answered by is the worst thing imaginable, it's like they'll never even guess it. They'll never even put it out for themselves. Because some of them people are just thinking like, it's the truth. You know, it's time to get back to work. And like, somehow or some way, like, I'm just like one of them guys who's technically writing. That's all I ever do is write podcast and write songs. And to answer your question, I cannot stay awake and I don't know why. But as I was saying, yes, I do write music. Yes, I do podcasts when I got the time. But intentionally, we may not put out episode 5 of the podcast shit because we want to wait a little bit to put it in our time or in my timeline, yeah. I'm gonna be having a guest onto the episode 5, season 1, the podcast. Because like it does the worst thing imaginable. Like, how would these people even guess the same freaking thing? I mean, it's just like they'll never even get it out of their time or the truth. They'll never even get answers. But it's like the truth, they'll know when they get the chance to put a podcast out. And that's the worst. That's the good thing about it. Like putting podcasts, writing music, and getting these people what they live for. Like, yeah. It's like the worst thing could ever happen. It's like either one, I can quit doing podcasts, or 2, I can quit writing music. The worst thing imaginable in my life success is to quit making music. But intentionally, I don't know if I will. That's the problem. And whenever I quit music, these people are like, why do these people quit making music? I'm just sitting there like, really? And like, it's stressful, man. Like, doing things, writing music, even putting songs out for the fans. Like, they actually love the songs. And it's just like, no one could ever know. They will never know. I mean, it's like they'll even guess it, like, to be over people. And like, yeah. Well, I hate to shut it down here, but if you guys will follow Justin Sims on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, and subscribe to Justin Sims on YouTube. It's gonna be it for right here. Love you guys. Y'all are the best fans that I could ask for. So, thank y'all. And we'll see you in episode 5. God bless y'all.